stuff here. So if you go to, I used to. Let's see if it's still there. You used to be able to kind of see how your stream is doing. Not views. Stream health. So I wonder if we can go back and see what your past streams, how they did. So I'm going to go to your streamer studio, and I'm just going to be streaming just for the heck of it. And we are going to look at, this is not normally somewhere I'm at, so if you know where to go, let me know. I'm just going to get one of our videos here.
I know very, very, very little about this.
Let's say okay.
Yep.
Partially blocked. Okay, that looks good. When was that? November 20. Okay, so most likely you're fine now.
Okay.
Let's go live. Partially blocked means they actually have a AI that's scrubbing all their videos, looking for copyright infringements and stuff like that. So if you play certain songs, I want to say something's changed in the last year or two, because
we had to buy a license for it.
Oh, great.
But back then they probably didn't have it.
That might have been
I actually think I bought it earlier this year.
awesome. So
Yep.
you can stream things online, music that you didn't make.
Right.
Essentially. So sometimes your stuff can get taken down from that. So it's good to keep an eye on it. Like this is one right here. Been blocked in some countries. This could have been a song that played. Let's take a look here. Good, we have all likes. This was yet today. Let's look at Sunday. And let's see if it actually gives me. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if it gives us the networking side of things. Let's see what it says. This is views. That. YouTube search. Reach audience maybe. Man. I think I'm confusing it with, let's try advanced mode. Traffic source. Your age, gender, device type, or I want to know our health, streaming health. Oh, let me find a lot of them. YouTube, stream health. No. What am I trying to find here? Passwords. Time analytics. I want that. Stream health. Is this all they're giving us? That sucks. I think even Facebook is more than that. So, man, okay, never mind. So can you show me a week that it happened?
Yeah, I texted you about one.
Yes, it was April, I think.
And then when you go to the page that
Is this one right first? This one? Which page?
yeah, go to that's the page. When you go to the latency
Yep.
thing, if you what does it say? Normal,
Normal, low, and ultra low.
So ultra low would take more computer brains, right?
It's not computer brains. It's more bandwidth.
Okay. So normal is the lowest it's letting us have? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Because theoretically, unless you are doing questions and answers, like unless you're like...
Yeah, it doesn't have to be immediate.
No, it could be, it could be up to 3 or 4 minutes, not late.
Someone in Ohio doesn't know it's 3 minutes late, and that's
exactly.
fine. Yeah.
Yes. Unless you were streaming it to, exactly, like to to people you're interacting with
Yeah.
directly, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's see what else you got here. Let's just look at our settings here.
Yeah, April 14th was the one.
Was that the one?
The one that acted weird, yeah.
Nothing here is telling me there's issues.
And for what it's worth, too, it hasn't happened since. So I'm like,
really?
I'm kind of like, guys, just relax.
At this point,
I mean,
yeah.
you're gonna have weird days with Wi-Fi, right? Like,
actually, you know what? Let me look at my April 14th and see if we had issues.
oh, that'd be interesting, yeah.
We're close enough, and I don't know what. I think we have both. I don't know. I'm not sure who we have, AT&T or Comcast or what. But let's see what we had going on. So what I was trying to show you earlier was page must have 100 followers. In order for you to live stream to it. This is a big deal. 1 second. Sorry. All right.
Hey, Ansem. Dude, hanging out with John Hall, he's so great. Bobby says hey.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, we're just up here just kind of going through streaming stuff with a fine-tooth comb.
What time do you guys stream?
We stream at 10.
So this was 10 to 11 or something like that?
Yeah, 10 to about 11:20.
All right, so that's me this one here.
Yeah, do you remember who do we pay for Wi-Fi? That's what I mean, sorry. Okay, cool. We're Comcast Xfinity here.
I think we are too.
Okay, cool. Sweet, dude.
And guess what? There was sure enough a hiccup.
No way.
Yep. 10, 10,
Wow.
10, 9. Yeah,
John
right around
found
10, 9.
some kind of a hiccup that weird day where we had the speed up. He found like a
This is on ours.
history thing because they use Xfinity as well at his church.
Yeah, we use a service called Boxcast, and it gives us all these metrics.
Oh
so we
wow,
can
that's
tell.
super cool.
That's what I was looking for. YouTube, Facebook gives you a little bit of this,
Wow.
but no.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's
Yeah,
see.
so yeah, that's all I needed to know, Bobby. But yeah, man. Yeah, because he gets a report from Boxcast and it tells him what was going on with internet that day. Yep, and he sees a little blip on April 14th. I'm looking at it right now. Isn't that wild? I don't know. Let me keep hanging out with him and I'll fill you in later. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, dude. Hey, happy belated Father's Day, bro. All right, man. Yeah, I'll fill you in on later on.
Yeah.
See you, dude.
So this was Sunday.
Okay.
So
No blippy dudes.
no, so this is a normal. Let's see. Let's check second service Sunday. Diagnostics. This had something.
Wow.
Let's see here. A little bit of bump, but it's fine. But yeah, this is what it should look like. Almost like 0 nothing.
Yeah.
It's that had a little blip.
Yep.
So that could have been a full-on Comcast thing. It happens all the time, where it's not anything that you're doing, and it's not anything that the utility going to Comcast is doing. It's literally just Comcast has a blip, and live streams are more susceptible to that than anything else.
Cool.
Because if it happens to you when you're downloading a file,
Yeah.
not a big deal. It just downloads it. It just takes us 2 seconds longer.
And you have
Live
no-
stream, it interrupts it, or it does that speed up thing, which sounds like it's it.
Yeah.
Is this what you guys do currently still? Like this look.
Oh,
How do you guys usually do things? I don't want to to start.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like
suggesting-
macros and all this other
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not trying to suggest things if you guys have already.
It depends.
Where are we at here? So this was Sunday. I think.
Yeah, give it a look and you'll see, because they, like for Confession of Sin and stuff they read, yeah, there's a good example.
Yep.
So when they want people reading along, they'll do that.
So, ProPresenter.
Uh-huh.
So there's a couple things here that can be worked on. This little outline here doesn't fit the box.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can either zoom in a little bit and actually fit it up and just crop it, or it can be just move the outline to it smaller. These guys can be overlaid on top.
Okay.
So, yes, you already do it.
Yeah, we do it with lyrics. That's right.
No, it's hard. I see what you guys are trying to do here, actually, because that was like a big.
Everybody reads it together.
Everyone reads it together.
Yeah.
So, this makes sense. This actually makes sense. It just needs some tweaks.
Yeah.
Because look, like if I click out here, let me go. You actually have more room to move things down.
Uh-huh.
So you can actually have space up here.
Uh-huh.
And if you move this down and move it up a little bit, you'll have it so it's not blocking anything.
Mm-hmm.
This just is kind of like, it's like a little thing. It's just like, that's an easy fix. Let's see what you guys are actually, how you guys are doing things here. Let's see here. Look at this. This is awesome. Actually, this is really awesome. A lot of people don't run their ProPresenter to it. They don't use a lot of the features of it.
Yeah.
And you guys are using a lot. When I came up here and I saw projector, stage display, stream, active stream time.
Yeah.
I'm like, someone's watching.
Dude, what's funny, man?
Someone's learning here.
What's funny is my wife's just deep dived.
Was this your wife?
Yeah.
This is good.
I know, and it was like so hard at first, and she's never been that stuff.
Really?
She's just like, hey, as long as we're at Parkway, I'm just gonna get the booth as close as I can for the volunteers. It's worked out pretty good.
Yes. Yes.
I wish she could have joined me, but she had to teach today.
Okay. Yeah. And it's not gonna be the first time I'm here. So
Cool,
the
yeah.
only time I'm here.
Yeah, we can bring you back for sure.
Yes. So this actually is, you need to tell her, like, this is, you guys are using arrangements, like, this is, you guys are doing really good. Like, that's awesome. And you guys are doing really good with what you're working with. Just a little tweak would be to rearrange your, let's see if you're using Lux. Are you guys using Lux? Almost.
All right, what is that?
All right. Lux are the power of ProPresenter. So you can have, like this computer here, it's got 3 different outputs right now. You've got your projector. Pretty sure you have a stage display downstairs.
Yes, we do.
I don't see it on here right now.
Which
Oh,
one?
here
The
it
stage
is.
display?
Yeah, let's see here. Screens, computer screens.
Yeah,
Is that this guy right here?
It
No?
should be. It should.
Or is it just what's on the projector? It goes to both.
No, we have it where it shows us like the upcoming lyrics. Let me go down there and see if it's on. Oh, shoot.
Back wall, here it is.
Okay.
All right, I found it. We're
Is
good.
it showing it's working?
So, yeah, we're good. Yep.
Okay, sweet.
So, an unknown, do you know what this is for?
What?
Unknown? What is this?
Does that have something to do with that right there?
Let's see here.
I bet it does. Because look, let me show you that thing. Some people turn it on, some people don't. I think that all the new people don't understand what it's for, and I think all the old people are like, it has to be on because it always used to get turned on.
Yeah.
Samsung.
Let's see if it shows up.
Let me see.
Hey, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, you're good, bro. You are not in my way. We just met. I'm like, I'm not sure you want
So
me to
those
laugh
old
yet.
Samsungs, they love the capacitive touchscreen, the buttons. So try touching the power button on the front. On the far right. Let's see if that worked. No?
You're right though. There is no
think that was it. Yeah.
All right. So would that explain it?
So that is your camera. Is that camera?
That camera's mounted
specific
below this alcove or whatever this thing's called.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. HDMI in to. Oh.
Dude, you are so smart with tech, bro.
What do you mean?
You're just smart with all this stuff.
Dude, I live and breathe
Flying
this stuff.
through the menus, bro.
I live and breathe it, man. This is my life, and I freaking love it. I love what I do.
You're great at it, man. I'm so glad that we're buds now. This is awesome. I'm very excited.
Yep. So this guy, let me know if that TV goes out.
It did, yeah.
Okay. So I got SDI input here. This guy goes straight up, straight to that guy. Do I have? Okay, what is happening here? All right, so I found that one. I'm not finding where this is. What is this from? Oh. Wait. HDMI. Yeah, sure enough. Easy peasy. Okay.
Oh, so that's the camera?
Okay, so you've got two outputs on the camera. So the PTZ optics, it's a G2 probably. It's got a SDI output, which is coax, and it's got an HDMI output, which is HDMI. You're running both of them out with the camera, and it actually works great because you've got this is only for the camera.
So that's kind of like a backup. If software fails, you can see what the camera's looking at, or what would be the purpose of that?
This is just you guys are just using it as a essentially a control monitor.
Oh.
So it's got one job, and its job is to see where the camera's pointing.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to pay attention to this one.
Gotcha.
You can see it on that one.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If then you've got the HDMI output of the camera running into that capture card, which then gets captured by your computer here, and that's right there.
Very cool.
Look at something real quick, then we'll head over to lunch because I'm getting hungry.
Heck yeah, bro. Hey, sorry, I'm multitasking a little bit.
So it looks like the colors were a little off. Okay, back and then exposure. I think is where it's at. Is this your normal like light? Like your lights?
I can show you that. That's been a work in progress.
Yep. But is this kind of like your normal how bright things are?
Let me show you. So what we do is we walk in the morning.
Yep.
All that gets turned on. Believe it or not, they actually get. What they used to do is like. Yeah. Okay. They used to.
Oh,
do
there's
that.
the light.
They used to do that too.
Yes.
But here's actually what we do. So we have a little bit of a hard time. Can you go to like some lyrics of a song?
Absolutely.
Oh, let's see.
What do you want?
Click start worship, whatever that is. Do this. Now I'm kind of a noob with all this.
Okay.
All right, now there we go. Okay, now there's our background lyrics that we use. So what we do is my wife.
Yep.
Check this out. My wife likes to. Shit. Oh, that's right. Hold on, you hold it. Let me get it to it. My wife does this. She drew these lines where she felt like it cozied things up a little bit. Oh, shit, that one stays up. I'll just give you an example. This is kind of where we've landed on a typical Sunday.
Yeah, this is decent. Yeah.
So cozies things up, and we feel like you can see the projector a little better.
Okay, that last one was important.
Important, you said?
So that last one you did?
Uh-huh.
Was it the very last one? What's that one labeled as?
That one is hanging lamps, stage upper bulbs.
Yeah, so upstage,
Uh-huh.
it's going to be the back two.
Okay.
So I would say turn those off.
What, this one?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Or just have it on the lowest setting.
Okay.
Because those are the ones that are going to be blowing your projector out.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that right one looks a little funny, doesn't it?
It does. It's probably because they're LEDs and they probably don't have the same.
Oh, they probably aren't as dimmable.
Yeah, like ones that maybe. Oh, you got it.
There we go. Cool. So you just gotta
Once
screw
you
it.
get it, you can bring back
Dude,
down.
that's actually aesthetically one of my favorite things about this church is I love these lights.
They're great.
They're really cool looking. Like I don't know what you call that, like the canister or whatever holds it.
I don't know.
And then, dude, when you're down there, I really love having the louvers open.
The sconces here?
Yeah.
What do you mean by louvers?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Not
the shades.
Not the wall sconces, but the actual blinds.
Yes.
I love having them open because I love like that natural light
It's
coming
awesome.
in.
Yes.
It's awesome. Like
You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Because in your environment, so your camera, so our eyes are miracles of existence,
Yeah.
of creation, whatever. God did a great job with our eyes. We can handle different kinds of light from our eyes, and our brains can put it together. Cameras cannot do that. So if you color balance to the natural light, as soon as it's nighttime and you run your house lights in here, which are warm white, then things don't look wonky. If you do it the other way around and do it for these chandeliers, which are warm white, and then you color balance those, then it's gonna look wonky whenever it's daylight.
Right.
So you've got there's no good way of fixing that. Honestly, there's no good way because you're not gonna feel warm if you get daylight fixtures in here.
Right.
So there's nothing you can do about that. However, we can split the difference in your camera.
Okay. Oh, dude, and quick side note.
Yeah.
Best $50 I've spent in a long time.
What's that?
Look at this. I got a freaking real-time dB meter I can see from stage.
Dude, that's great.
So when Tom comes in with his hands over his ears, I can just tell him to sit down. Sit down, Tom!
Get back to your seat.
Yeah. Okay, can I tell you a funny story about Tom real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
So, Tom was one of the elders, when we were getting hired. He just rolled off, actually.
When they rolled off.
There's like a term limit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and like it's kind of like being a it's like being a president and not. So you can do two consecutive terms, and then you have to take 2 off. You can actually roll back on.
That's nice.
It's pretty cool. And I think our terms are like 2 years. So he was an active elder for 4 years. Now he's an inactive elder. So there's like still in the Presbyterian world, there's still things he can speak on and speak to.
Yeah.
Because there's some level of like you're still kind of officially ordained in the EPC to do certain things.
Sure.
That's all the stuff about the Presbyterian movement I just don't care that much about. But
all the bureaucracy of things.
Yeah. And at the same time, I can see how it's helpful. But
it's a balancing act.
Yeah, but so every 8 elders. So what happened was I told Jay, hey, this is 2022. I said, why don't we come in and lead the last 2 Sundays of January? We will clean up our mess that we made in February, and I'll give Evie a month to feel things out, and you give your elders a month to feel things out. Like, I'm ready to go, but I just want to make a decision she feels good about.
Yeah.
Like, if it's us, like, we both have to want it.
Absolutely.
And I was like, and let's make sure your church is like excited about it.
Yeah.
Because I know we're a lot different. I thought it was really cool. Like in hindsight, very wise thing for all of us to do. So they meet whatever their session meeting was in February.
Yeah.
And all 8 elders. Tom says to Jay's right. So all 8 elders are like, yes, 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 freaking awesome. Love them to death. They sounded so good. This is what the church needs. God's answering a prayer. It's a freaking miracle. And it gets to Tom and he goes, no, I'm opposed. And everybody's like, what? Tom, why? And he's like, I don't like her voice. And
oh no.
And anyway, they go back and forth, and finally. Does it have
be unanimous?
Yeah, it had to be unanimous.
Oh my gosh.
And eventually, Jay convinced Tom, and Tom goes, "Well, fine, Pastor Jay, you get my vote, but I'm gonna start bringing earplugs." And Jay said, "Go ahead." And Tom, would you bring a roll of duct tape too, so you can tape your mouth shut? And that became like the most legendary story of Parkway for like a year. And Jay ended up apologizing, but every elder was like, "Jay, don't apologize, man. Like, you stood up to him. He's a bully." And he actually is kind of a bully, but I think God's working on him, man, because
That's good.
dude, his grandkids came to church Sunday. Like
Yeah.
this Sunday, like Tom's been a 2.5-year pain in my ass.
Yes.
This Sunday, we connected with his grandkids, and I think something like clicked in Tom's head. They're like, I've invited Tom to lunch, and he said no.
Really?
Yeah, he's crazy. And I've just been like, Tom, I feel like if you'll sit down with me, you won't be freaked out by me.
Yep.
I was like, dude, I love Parkway.
Yep.
I want to see it grow and do well. And I was
Yes.
like, I know I'm different.
So his grandkids were happy.
Dude, yeah, his grandkids came
How
to
old were
church. They're like pretty much our age, maybe early 30s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just got married. He had a terrible health diagnosis. He's living with his parents, trying to get back on his feet financially. They're like desperate. They love Jesus. He's in ministry.
Yeah.
His whole life got turned upside down. Stumbles into Parkway ass backwards with his granddad, and all of a sudden he finds like connection. And I think Tom's like,
This is it.
I get it.
Yes.
I'm starting to get it. So,
Yes.
you know, never too late.
That's how old is Tom?
He's like 90.
That's awesome.
I think he's like 92 maybe. Yeah.
All right. So really quick, while I had it.
Yeah.
So your camera was so blown out. So if you look at your YouTube.
Cool. That looks amazing, dude.
So yes, it does. There's a caveat. There's a caveat with it. So let's look at how it looks on there. You see how like shiny you are?
Yeah, he
You
even
see
looks
how
like she gets
shiny
spray tan.
he is?
Yeah.
So the goal is to bring so this is an exposure issue.
Okay.
Essentially, it's too bright for the camera to take.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have a little bit of shiny because it's how light works, but this should be a lot more natural to what you're actually seeing. You have to be careful to judge things off of one monitor,
Right.
which is why I'm also gonna take a look at how it looks on here.
It does just, it has more depth to it.
Yes. Camera. There we go. Also, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we need to see.
Gosh, man, it looks so much better. It's crazy.
1080p 60. Will that give us 1080p 60? Shoot. All right. So see all these inputs right here?
Yeah.
You're using processing power you don't need to be using.
Okay.
So you should be able to delete these. I'm not going to do it right now, and that's because these could be on slides or looks that you're using or themes you're using. That if I delete it, it'll like go away, and you'll be using it Sunday and be like, oh shoot, what happened?
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave it, but get with your wife and ask her if she's using these camera feeds, or just camera, or if any of these other ones are being used. Good they are. That whenever you get rid of them, you delete those, and you free up some processing power.
Dude, I wonder if we just delete them. Now wait, if
I
we
mean,
delete
it's-
them, what bad could happen if we delete them?
So you can be going through your stream.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. Stream's going on. Let's see here. Be more like something. Sunday worship. Okay, here we go. That guy. Bam. Okay. This right here might be test, or it might be input 2, and not just camera.
Now, if you delete those, now what do we
This
have to
will
do
go away.
to fix? What do we have to do to make the right camera feed be in the corner right there?
Let's see what theme. Is this the look? It's a projector look, streaming look, edit looks. You're not using a look there. So then how?
Okay, you're right. It's working triple hard.
Default collection. Show sermon notes with camera on stream. Okay, here we go. Show sermon notes with camera on stream. Add edit action. Okay, stage. So it's gonna be a stage one. Okay. So I'm gonna go to screens, edit layouts. We're gonna be looking for. Here it is. Server notes with camera. Okay. Here we go. It's on camera. Great.
Okay.
And this little extra shadow and stroke, kill it. Let's get rid of it.
There we go. Hey, look at that, man.
Done.
Say he won't.
See, is that better?
Yes.
All right, same. We'll do the same here. Kill shadow, stroke,
Dude. Freaking awesome.
and we can
You can
slide
scoot it.
this guy down just enough to where it.
Praise the Father, praise the Son.
Here we go. So we're gonna make sure that guy's on top. It's still a little weird that it doesn't fill the whole thing. Once, oh, I know what it is. This needs to be subject element rectangle. No, not this one. And I need it to. No, I don't want to scale to fit. I need it to be 16:9. So we're gonna use 16. It's gonna be crazy, but trust me. Lock it.
Then you can zoom it.
Yeah. Alright, so this is actually what the exact aspect ratio the camera is sending.
Yep.
And it's gonna fit a heck of a lot better.
Dude. It already looks so much better, bro.
Just like that. And alright, so and then let's go back to here. That should go back to normal. Let's try that again. I was like double checking things. Here it is. Yep. That looks way better.
There's no save button in Purpose Runner, is there?
It is what it is.
That's cool.
But you can Command Z out of it if. But she would change it under. I remember doing this. Yep. I set up as a stage display, so it's easier, which is great. It makes things easy.
Cool.
She would just come in here, edit layouts, and edit that layout, which is that Terminus with camera.
Yeah. Cool. That's
All right.
awesome.
While we do that, let's go over here to preferences, inputs, killing this guy. Bye. Bye. Let's see if I can get force of 1080 out of this guy. Awesome. So now you have a high resolution stream as well.
Cool, man.
Because you were streaming 720.
Good grief, dude.
So just a couple little
What a major upgrade,
tweaks. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Bro. Freaking awesome.
It's
Just trust an expert, dude.
It's hard because your volunteers don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, bro.
And
oh, yeah.
there's so many
zero.
things they can stumble into and not know
Yeah.
how to get out of it, or